G'day guys, and welcome to Vlog 19, Isolation Edition. So, yes, weekly catch-up. There is definitely not a lot going on in the world, besides this shitty noise outside. It's absolutely dead quiet. Literally can't hear any cars or see any people. Everybody's staying at home, which I guess is fantastic because we are trying to stop the spread of COVID-19. So I'm doing my part in staying home. So this week has been, I guess, not massively eventful in light of everybody being in isolation. I put up recently that I'd set a little bit of a structure using Google Calendar, which has been massively helpful. Um, it kind of helps me, sort of like structure out the day, gives me things to do, and to set a timer on it, which is insanely helpful. I highly recommend it, especially if you're working from home. Gets rid of those distractions. And it's completely up to you. So you can, set, I want to do social media for like half an hour, 1 hour, and lock that in. And, it sends you alerts that the next activity is coming up. So you need to finish up on the ASAP. And then, so otherwise, it's really just been a matter of keeping myself occupied. So I'm doing a little bit more around the house, trying to keep things a little bit more clean. Because it is easy to, I guess, get lazy until it starts to become a problem. I definitely put up a photo. It was there yesterday. I did a little bit of DIY work in my room. Set up all the artist boards from Massive, which was really, really good. Because now my room actually looks like a room, or it's starting to anyway. Otherwise, I guess if you've been following me closely, like on my other posts, sorry, give me a second, I have a quick drink here. It's just 9.5, thank you very much. Otherwise, if you've been following me very closely, I've been paying more attention and focusing to fleshing out what an online business looks like. To me, personally, I think it's more important than ever. A lot of people are working from home anyway, and I guess why wouldn't you want another stream of income coming through? That's just me. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Be more than happy to explain that in more detail. Other than that, I am absolutely keen. I think that today I'm going to go pick up some puzzles. I need to keep my mind active. I need something that's going to challenge me. So I think I'm gonna walk to Bondi Junction, or at least to East Gardens, whichever is closest. And hopefully the super centers, the shopping centers aren't closed, so we can make that happen. That's going to be super fun. Other than that, I guess if I had any tips or pointers for anybody who is stuck in isolation, to do things that will, I guess, keep the mind going. So a few things that I've put in my agenda for each day is to do like 1 hour of like social media. So, and this is an example of doing that. Reading and listening to motivation. If any of you know me very well, I listen to Gary Vee a lot, Dan Locke, Grant Cardone, or anything else that sort of pops up on my YouTube, because they always suggest really cool shit, and I love that. Or still going for my walks. Yesterday was a little bit like sort of easier, although I did go to Bunnings for the little sticky strips for the massive boards on my wall. So that was 7Ks there and back, which was really cool. And then, so I'll come back from my walk. I've got my like showering and like warming down. So kind of like bringing myself back down to do a little bit of job searching and book reading. Thanks to my good friend Valent, who dropped off, or like I went and picked up a couple of books off him. So at the moment, I'm reading The Ultimate Blueprint for Insanely Successful Business by Keith Cunningham. which I've really only just started. And so a lot of that sort of like information there on like what your expectations are for your business, the fact that that everything needs to be measurable for you to be able to actually survive and thrive. So that's going to be interesting. Hopefully that doesn't take me too long to read. I hope not. I did read a excerpt, I guess, from a book by Jordan Cross, who I met on LinkedIn and is a really cool dude. His book, which the name escapes me, but it was like fantastically written. It's, like sort of a story about a boy who, whose parents, like want him to be successful, but, like he's still very young, like, and I guess his sort of like escape is, this like sort of fly time that his parents introduced. His father like gave him a plane and he sort of disappears into another world where he can be a pilot and forget about all the worries of the world. So that was fantastically written and I really like that. What else have we got? Not a lot. There's not a lot going on really, guys. But yeah, so this is where I'm going to leave you as far as my weekly catch-ups go. But as inspiration comes to me, I'm going to introduce, I guess, new concepts, hopefully once or at least even twice a day. I believe that I did one this morning, which fleshes out the 5 whys, which is a really awesome NLP technique. So if you ever feel stuck, you're not reaching your goals, or you're not, like you're not really striving, you're not doing something that you really want to do. So using the 5 whys is an amazing technique to flesh out why. Fleshes out excuses, like very effectively. So if you feel like there's something that you've really wanted to do, using the 5 whys is a very fantastic way to flesh out why you haven't started that yet. So I definitely recommend checking that out. If there's anything that you have questions, comments, anything that you want me to like look into to flesh out to, that you think is important that everybody else needs to hear, please reach out. Where I guess, like it's a sort of give and take kind of situation, so definitely reach out. Alrighty, too easy. I will leave that with you and hope to chat to you soon. Bye for now.